from the missed opportunity. How quickly did that subside to become pride in what was a fantastic season?
Well, I think days after we knew it was gone, obviously the pain and the hurt's there for sure. And that last weeks and months, and well, a bit of that'll stay with you forever, I suppose. But I think when you get some alone time and you're sitting there and you reflect and you look back at the big picture, you can only be proud of your teammates, proud of the supporters, proud of the club and all the efforts that went into such an unbelievable effort. You know, this league's the most difficult league to win in the world. There's so many good teams in it, there's so many good players. We come within inches of doing it, so although we were proud and very happy with the journey and the experience that we gained from it, there will be that tinge of sadness and regrets.
Your season, was it up there with one of the best you've ever had?
I think form-wise, from when I went back into the deep line midfield role, it was probably the most consistent I've been since I played in the number 10 behind Fernando Torres in 2009. I was really happy I was playing. Brendan mentioned the deep line role to me the very first conversation I had with him. He said to me, I still feel as if you can do the attacking role, he said, but there will come a time where I'm going to slip you back into a more defensive, and I want you to be a playmaker from deep. I want you to have all these young players in front of you, and I want you to guide them and cajole them. And he moved me in there. I think it was around October time. And I thought to myself, it might take 10, 15 games, but I know I can get the hang of it because I'd played it before and I'd had some good games for England, some good games for Liverpool in that role. And I knew with Brendan what he was asking of me, I knew I could do it. But I took to it a lot quicker than I thought. And I started enjoying the role and playing on autopilot, and it was just happening for me, and my form was good.
2 years in now to Brendan Rodgers' reign. What kind of team are you?
I think without getting too carried away, I think we're now a very good team. I think we can become an excellent team. I think there's still room for improvement. I think we're lucky to have a wonderful manager, and you know, I don't say that lightly to get any credit from Brendan, because I don't need any credit from the manager really. He knows what I'm about, I know what he's about, but I look around now at what managers are available and the top managers in the world, and we're very lucky to have one of the best young managers in the world.
What makes him wonderful?
Tactically, very clever and very quick, reacts to situations, changes things for the better, sees problems and adjusts them really quick. He's very confident. He's got unbelievable courage and bravery to take a job on so big like Liverpool at 39 years of age. You look at our fan base around the world and the pressures that come with being the top man at a club at such a young age. I've got nothing but admiration for him, and I think he'll get better. But in the 2 years that I've worked with him, he's certainly up there with the best I've worked with. And I've worked with Benitez, Capello, Hodgson, you know, big names with unbelievable CVs, and Brendan deserves to be in that company for sure.
At times last season, it felt like there was a different formation every week, and every week they worked. So often you hear from players after the event when it didn't work, and they say, well, we didn't really know what we were doing. You never heard that from a Liverpool player, and they always worked, as I say. So what was it that Brendan did that taught you how to adapt week by week, all of the players, especially the young ones?
I think it's the work he puts in on the training field. He's there every day. He can play any formation he wants to play. He knows he's got the personnel in the dressing room to do that. He's not scared to change formation from game to game. He's not scared to tinker with the system while the game's going on, and that's what I admire about him. He's a player's manager. He's a manager you want to work hard and play for. He's a manager you want to win for. He shows the players unbelievable respect. He treats them like his own children, and he creates an unbelievable atmosphere to work in. But I've been blown away and very impressed with how sharp he is in the dressing room and how quick he is to see a problem. He's very good.
What have you missed about the Champions League or not being in the Champions League?
Well, I think when you watch the Champions League and you're not involved, there's a jealousy there, there's an envy. You're watching other players play on the big stage. You hear the Champions League music. You're competing against the best players in Europe. And it's just a competition that's the number one competition as a footballer to play in. I know people talk about the World Cup and the Euros, and they are fantastic events when they come round every 2 years and every 4, but every player loves the Champions League, and it is the trophy that every player dreams of winning. And because of the experiences I've had and I've gained over the years, I was so desperate to taste it. Even if it was just one more time, I wanted to taste it once more.
So last season the goal was to get in to Europe. This season, is there a goal that Brendan has set? Are you going to tell us?
Well, I don't want to give too many secrets away, but I think the rule's quite clear at Liverpool. You try and win every competition you enter. But of course, he's been here for 2 years now, and I think he's desperate to get a trophy in the cabinet. That's goal number one. And I think it's very important that we maintain and stay in the Champions League. But I think after the journey we went on last year and the belief and confidence we've gained from it, I think if we continue to strengthen the squad like we have done over the last couple of months, I think we're genuine title contenders. I think we've proved we can mix it with anyone in this league.
You've always said you'll finish your career at Liverpool. Are you, Stephen, the kind of player who will play until he drops? Or do you have thoughts of going out on top?
I'd love to go out on top. It's something I've always said since a young age. I think when you're a Liverpool supporter, and you have been since the age of 5 or 6, and you've played at Liverpool since 8 years of age, and you've been here for so many years, I think it's important you go out on a high. So over the next couple of years, I think it's very important for me personally that I go out on top with a nice experience. So that's one of my personal goals. But it's not about me, it's about the club doing well, and I think we're on the brink of achieving something really good over the next couple of years. There's stability at the club. We've got good owners, we've got a wonderful manager, a great team, young, hungry players who want to win and be successful. So it's a great time to be a Liverpool player. So I'm trying to forget my age and trying to forget that my career is coming to an end, and I just want to enjoy it for as long as I can.
And just finally, you touched on it briefly earlier on. We saw from your body language during the end of last season especially, but all of last season, just how much winning that Premier League trophy would mean to you. Could you tell us in words what it would mean to you?
I think it's difficult to put it into a few words, but I don't know whether, given an amount of money, a lot of money for it, given maybe a part of your body for it, I'd do a lot of things that people maybe wouldn't believe that I'd